Hello. So the problem that I'm trying to solve is we can have old ledgers and letters that are gathering dust somewhere, and we want to make them digitized, right? But the issue is number one, transcription is slow, and number two, what about personally identifiable information, PII? Now, no one checks for this PIIs. So if we need to transcribe, that is, if we need to follow this pipeline, after transcription, there has to be a redaction agent that provides a hard gate against allowing PII to pass in, right? So allow me to introduce you to Scriptorium. Now let me just get started with PowerShell. Now I have it on production over here. This is the URL, as you can see, the same URL. Let PowerShell run. And in the meanwhile, I'll tell you the exact part where I have focused on for this project. Now in our pipeline, scanning the actual document and uploading it, that is not a part of the pipeline. Our pipeline begins from transcription, and this is where I have the main focus. Okay, how? We'll see. Then translation, then the cataloging, and again, archiving it to an MCP server. That also I would be taking up in a future work. Now, in the Git repository, whose link you shall pretty much have in my Kaggle submission, I have an MCP script over here. Then we have scripts for the guardrails. We also have scripts for the skills, all the things that were covered in the 5-day vibe coding intensive. Now, how am I essentially putting this heart check in place? This is the text. The text is, Dear Margaret, the crops failed. John Miller at so-and-so address was diagnosed with something, and this is again some information, right? Now, this information for sure, I don't know whether Mr. John Miller is alive today or not, but regardless of that, he wouldn't be very kind if this were to go out there in the public domain, right? And even if he were not alive today, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to have it in the public domain. Uh, Even his descendants, they might also not be very kind upon it. So let's see whether this gets passed or not. Let it run. Cool. So let's see what's happening. Yeah, there we are. This didn't allow it essentially to pass through. Okay. Now you can of course run it pretty much. I'll share across this results. Let me just take a snap of it and I'll share it along with my submissions so that you can have it with you. And in the second instance, there is no personal information, personally identifiable information. Okay. Let's see whether this requires an HITL, that is a human in the loop, or does it pass? So this says it's clean and it's passing. So that's it. The redaction has been deployed and PIIs have been arrested. And this is on production. This is not on my, this is not a remote instance. It's on production. So yep, you would be able to see the whole directory on my Git repo, whose link, like I said, I would be sharing there. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. See you.